Hello, I don't know if anyone is here, so I would like to see who is here. So I'll try to make another simul today. I wasn't here for a few days, so on a Saturday and Sunday I pretty much play the semi-final cup here in Croatia for my local club, so I wasn't there for a weekend, but even though after this tournament on Saturday I make one stream, so I hope that you guys enjoy it. Okay, for now we doesn't have anyone here, so we'll just try to wait for a couple of minutes and see if anyone will be there for us. Dear Oneros is here. So there is no one else, but okay, Mungis is here. Why not to accept his challenge? Hi. What happens? Why didn't say hi there? No tactic, bam bam whatsoever. Sure. We are here to play. You can get to the live stream. Okay, Smay Moon, are you wants to play? And this is the guy from Latvia. Do we have anyone else here? Ari Rania is here, okay. No tactic, bam bam, goofy goose. So, how are you guys? It's a 15-minute plus 10-sec increment, I think. The GE is here, so I accept his challenge as well. Smay Moon is here, why not? So I would like today to make kind of a faster simul and see where this will lead us. So anyone who like to play Alpen Pack is welcome here also. So I make another live stream there. You can find it there. So we have 9 players here. Hello dear Skywalker 08. Anonymous is here, Full Metal is here, Atakantalatia is here, Dibu Yosini is here, so we accept all of you guys. Hi. So I'm making a wrong statement, so it's 15 min plus 5 sec ink, so it's even faster. This is the best simulation. Thank you. Mayor Azad is here, so why not to accept him? So we have 13 players, and I really believe that this will be enough. Okay, if we have 13, we have 14 as well, so it's not a big deal. Please guys, we go to the games. Please, anyone who didn't join. I'm from Croatia. And all of the players can get to the live stream. It's fine. So you don't have to be afraid of, to hear something that you will not see here. Can I have a link for the tourney? Which one do you think? Oh, here is the simul. Okay, nice. So, let's start. Here we have today 15 minutes plus 5-second increment. So we'll see how this will work. It's of course for me somehow more faster, so I should be more faster than usual. But let's start to be very active and see how this will going. Today I would like to try to do something else. Now I will start to play with black kind of aggressive, and with white I'll try to be high-jimped, slightly more maybe on the positional side. So we'll see. E4, C5, D4, Knight F6, so it's pretty usual and the standard reaction that I have. Here today let's start with the Bishop G5. This is the theme for my second or third book for a chessable, so we'll see. D5, Bishop G5, it's a kind of the move which is completely unnatural, but it serves me well, and I will try to explain you basically where this can lead to you. So, yep, sure. So here I would like to start to be on the positional side, and I will try to explain you how I mean. So let's go for the C5 here. E5 is not the best way of playing but okay, it's kind of the interesting way of thinking and playing. It's kind of a very aggressive one, which is kind of a better if you have pieces that will control those pawns and serve them in order to save them. F6 is a great move, so obviously black attacks my bishop and doesn't get pinned on this long diagonal, and also prepare e5, so it's very useful move to get. Knight f6, I would like to get this knight, or I can go for e3. Both of the moves are fine. Bishop takes on f6 is a clear Trompovsky. It's very aggressive, is very active, but with e3 the stream is too delayed. I don't know why. Oh, it's now better. I don't see any kind of miss or dropped frames or something similar. So let's start to go for the kind of the aggressive one. C5, so I will start to get the gambit kind of the lines. C takes on D, C3, and I'll go for the E6, takes on E4, takes on E4, Knight F3. Let's go for the C5. Yeah, please. Knight F3, great move. Let's go for the D5, straightforwardly into the center. Let's try to go for this one. Here I would like to get a clear Savanigan scheme. I'll try to explain you basically what I try to build up there. And after Knight C6, okay, black usually wants to get the E5 there, so I have to be careful here. I would like to get the Knight F3. D takes on C5, so kind of a move which doesn't get attention in the center, but with this move white obviously get the great, or exchange the great D pawn for my wing, somehow wing pawn on C file, so which means that black should be fine after this. Here I just want to build up positional edge by getting the pawn on F4, by getting the knight on D2, bishop on D3, and the knight on F3, and control the vital square on E5, which I will occupy with my knight later on. And after knight to F3, I would like to get a G6 and D6, knight C6, knight F3, pretty standard way. bishop goes to d6, and now I will go for the f4 as I mentioned. d4, d5, bishop g5, bam, once again I would like to see how this will continue. And here I want to exchange on d4, I will take on c5 of course, h6, bishop h4, e6, and again the same kind of a scheme. Bishop g4. Okay, let's go for the c3. My idea is to get a queen on b3. Here I will try to get so-called bishop f4, a so-called Banco gambit, but you know, white is there somehow in the opportunity to doesn't get for c4, and then there will not be any kind of the gambit, Banco gambit as well. So knight f3 I would like to get for an e6, bishop b5 just to pin this knight, and then bishop g7 of course, bishop g5, bishop e7, e6, knight goes on f3, it's very standard move, e3 again as in the game before, and after c3 let's start to pin the knight on f3, knight g7, there is a castle, d5 and b5, so I would like to get into this Banco kind of the structure. Don't resign matches. No, I wouldn't. Thank you for playing, no problem. Thank you for being here in this simul. Okay, I take this one. I will try to get this square under my kind of defensive edge, so I'll get for c3, queen d6, now I can get queen on b3, start picking up the pawns there, probably here, e3, castle there, knight e2, so white doesn't want to get into the Banco gambit structure, but okay, it's okay for me, b6, and now this knight can get into kind of the problems later on. Here we can go for the Banco gambit as well, bishop goes to d3, a6, I don't like to get my bishop, so why not to get him back. I would like to castle. Okay, e3, bishop goes to e7. Oh, I castle here, so I can immediately go for d5 and basically get control over the game. Knight e2, knight goes back, and bishop go on c2, which is a great square for him. The Banco gambit is, you know, the kind of the gambit where black wants to sacrifice a pawn for the initiative, and here I would like to get for the same idea. Here black gets to the queen side, so I would like to start attacking him there by getting maybe even knight e5 first, just, you know, to see and to understand his way of thinking there. Knight e6, bishop goes back as well, castle on the long side, and e3, c5, c3, knight c4 will run into c takes on d4, take on a6, e6, e5, so I would like not to allow bishop g4 here. Okay, g4 is the most common way of playing here in this Cavanian scheme, so white wants to get the advantage on the king side by getting the pawn on g5, then attack the knight on f6, and then start to organize his kind of the advantage on the king side. I would like to close this one, and here I can start to go for the knight a3, I believe. d4, now a6, just to see where this bishop will go. Bishop goes to d3, bishop d3, now I'll just take on c4, can go for f4, let's go for knight b5. Okay, bishop c4, now can I take first on d1? It will be even better, or first to go for a bishop g4, because, you know, this queen can't really go here or here because my knight is on c6, so why not to get a bishop immediately there. Rook g8 looks like solid move, but let's get my queen there into the action. Bishop takes on f6, bishop takes on f6, bishop e2, queen a5, queen c2, a6 to stop white from getting the pieces into attack, bishop g7 of course, e4, let's get a knight back, queen goes to e2, queen e8, and then let's start to build up very strong pin there. Let's get it with bishop, let's get k, e, castle there, bishop d2. Now, you know, you always have to find the right way how to get the rooks into the play here. It's obviously that this rook belongs to d file and this to c file, so let's get the rooks there. And here I would like to go for a d6, knight g6, okay. Now knight f4 is probably the idea, so I would like to stop this. Okay, knight c6, knight f3. Okay, let's get a bishop back, queen d4, d5. Okay, king h2, knight e7, queen c2. Now knight b4 at some point, even now, can be very, very nice for me. I can take on c5. Let's go for a c3. No, my pawn is under attack, so h6. Okay, he'll start defending the pawn on c7. Okay, queen b6, queen b3, knight goes on d3. Castle, castle, a3, queen c7, g5, bishop goes to g3, queen g4, there is nothing to be worried about, so let's get the bishop back, c5, let's get a rook on b1, let's take this one, let's get a pawn on d6, exchange the queens, exchange the bishops, knight goes to c6, so I have to start to get my pieces there into play. Here, let's start to open the game because he somehow, I think, missed the opportunity. Takes on d3 and bishop on f6, so I will try to, you know, get everything under control. Here, let's go for the... I can go here for queen c7 and g6 or rook g8. I have many different ways of playing here. Let's get for a g6 here. Maybe even not. Maybe I can take on d4 and go for a b5. Yeah, let's take this line. Okay. Knight e4. This is obviously, I think, the lose of a knight. He gives me a check and offers a draw. Let's play for a while. Okay, it's castle. Let's get a knight there. Takes on d4. Let's take this one. Takes on e4. Now I would like just to take on c6. It's probably very good for me. Here, let's get a knight on b5. Let's get a pawn on d6. f6. Okay. Knight goes to d4. Okay. b5. Let's get a bishop there. Yep, this looks like very dangerous for me. Probably lost because, you know, I can I defend my knight on c6? I have to resign this one, okay? Knight e4. Let's get the knight on b5. Knight e5. And just checkmate him on b7, b4, b6, so I would like to get kind of a more positional way there. Queen goes on e7, so let's take this one, bishop c3, rook c8, knight c4, queen d7, a4, and now let's try to get this knight on f5. It's not easy, but if I manage to bring the knight there, then it will be a good thing for me. So let's get a rook there. Bishop b7, bishop b7 again, knight b7, knight d2. Let's take the bishop, bishop c7. Okay. 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 Knight g6. Okay. I make a completely wrong decision there, but he offers me a bishop there. Okay, knight c6, h3, knight g3. It has to offer me a very big adventure as well. Queen goes to d1 probably. Bishop g7. Yep, so I have to get my knight back. Bishop takes on f5. Okay. Knight d2. Bishop h3. Maybe I make a mistake, maybe not, but you know. Okay. Castle. Rook f3, queen g5. I just want to exchange the queens there. Now I can start to do some rook c6 kind of the stuff, rook d8, rook e1. Now let's try to get castle there on the king side. b4, bishop goes to f2, g3, knight h4, knight e7, take on c3, exchange the queens, get the sorry, I have a bishop here, so I have to be slightly better. I take a pawn there, it's a check, so I have to take. I make a silly blunder there, but doesn't really matter. Let's get into attack. Yeah, I start making some kind of the bad moves. Slightly more faster than I used to do, so it's kind of a nasty tempo for me. f5, g5, knight a4, and what about to get a bishop into play? or try to... no, I can't. Knight will get there, so not happy here at all. Yeah, but this is kind of a miss. Okay. Yep. Let's get a rook. G6. Let's get a knight. This is just draw. Let's exchange everything there. This is kind of a draw if I don't make really big blunder. G6. Now I will start occupy. Okay, let's just exchange everything there. Here I have to defend my pawn on f2. I'll take the rook there. Let's get the rook. King e2. Yep. It offers me a draw, so yeah, it's kind of a equal position there. Here I can try to switch to kind of the concrete measure. Now I'll take this one. Queen d6. Queen wants to get there. Probably this shouldn't be a problem for me, but maybe even not. Let's see. King f2. Okay. Rook c2. Knight c7. Knight b5 is my idea, so we'll see what will happen there. I'm lost, so I have to resign here. I'll go for b4. I'll offer a draw here because I think that it's just very, very equal. Queen h2 as I mentioned, so he doesn't want to make a draw. Okay. Okay. Yeah, now it's very interesting to see how he will manage to get the edge there. Okay. Exchange on b4, exchange on b4. Now I'll try to get my rook on the c file. I'm pretty much lost here. I didn't spot this idea. It's a great player there. Let's get a king back. h5. Now I'm pretty sure that there is nothing there for him, but okay, let's play for a while. Okay. Okay. We'll see. Hmm. Rook d3 castle there. It's just a draw. Okay, now let's see how stream is freezing a lot for me. I'm not sure why this happens. I'm trying to think about, but I'm not. Hmm. Why can't I join a game? There's no button. Yeah, because I think that after we start to get the position there, it's, yeah, no, this is, I think, lost for black. There is not the button to join the simul because his internet connection stream, it should be quality is good for me. Oh, thank you. Let's get here. Okay. Oh, this guy is incredibly strong. Altenbach. Yep. Think I see him before. So I'll try to do something like this. Then cover my king there and then take the knight on h6. Probably this is just a game over. And now I have one interesting move, which is knight c3. Okay, king b2, and then I will take the knight with a check. Here I can get a knight on c5. I would like to exchange this bishop because rook c3 is not possible. Let's get a king closer. Let's. I can take like this. Okay, and now I'm obviously in the position where I can start attack those kind of the weaknesses on the queen side, but I'm, you know, really low on time. Let's check him there. Let's get the bishop on f6, of course, with a check if it's possible. Rook h8 is, or rook h7 is just, you know, probably a completely winning spot for me, because it will be very hard for black to continue in this position. Okay, now the bishop is hanging. Now I will manage to get bishop on d3 probably. Rook e7, rook a7, rook h8, so all kind of the moves like this are great for me. Bishop goes to d3 now, bishop e5, so rook e7 later on. It's probably just the game over immediately. c4, now let's start to occupy those weaknesses there. King f8 will lose a rook there eventually. So black resigned, very nice. Stream quality is good for me. Yeah, here I try to see the dropped frame, so everything looks fine to me, so I don't know. Knight to try, you know, to get everything together, but I'm not really sure, so let's get this one. e5 is obviously a, yeah, completely outplay me again. So have to resign here, or yeah, I have to. Yeah, here I have even more time, so it's great for me, and here there is no kind of the move, so yeah, it's okay. It looks like I'm here slightly better, even though I'm a pawn down. I have very solid pawn structure there. I have a great knight which will be able to get the e5 square. I have a great rooks which are probably much better than both of the rooks there on the c file, which doesn't look so nice. So it's not maybe much better for me, but it's positional slight edge that I think should be fine. 138. Do you have some questions? Yeah, it looks like the stream is okay. Arianya goes for the king h2. Okay, now I will get my knight there. On e5 now he has kind of a problem. On c4, on d3, my knight can jump there. So we'll see. You see, even my queen support the play on the third rank, not to even try think about rook b2, which is also the move that can be very nice for me. So we have many different moves. Knight b1 is interesting move, to be honest, because now okay, I can go even for the queen d3, but this knight, even though he looks very problematic on the b1, can reroute himself on c3 probably, and there maybe on b5, so I have to be cautious here. And I have two kind of the moves here, queen a4 or queen d3. My idea is to get first queen d3, because now all the pawns are hanging. If I manage to exchange the queens, I will take the knight on b1, and then probably I will have a full equality with even the move, intermediate move knight f2, for instance. Mladen Popovic says, please can you teach me the king's Indian defense? Yeah, I can try. It's not it's not something that is immediately just happens, but I can try. Do you like Keres attack? Yes and no. Yes, I like for white, and I don't like for black. So because of that, eventually I abandoned my Scheveningen scheme, which I play pretty much from the beginning of you know, kind of a nice chess for me. And it was more than 20 years ago. Okay, you see queen e4, and now white is just lost because I pick up the very important pawn. The Keres attack is something very aggressive. So my idea is, if you start to play something and if you want to be on the aggressive side, yeah, try to get as much as the pressure as you can get against the opponent. Do you have any game plan for each game in Simul? If yes, how do you keep it in your head? Very nice question. So no, I don't have. I just played as a regular game. So I just try, you know, to get the best things from me and start to think in every single game as is the last one. But at some point, if you guys like and if you have the idea, I can start to play with white or with black and go for the standard kind of the plan. So if you like, I can play only with black pieces and go for the King's Indian and the Sicilian defense. So let's go for something like 20 minutes plus 20 seconds increment. Let's be black in all of the games, and let's cost a new simul. What will be my idea? What do you think to go only for the black repertoire that I use in the real games? No challenges. Yeah, Alpenpak is here, DG is here, so we have some players that are willing to get here. Toddman is here. Let's say hi to all of you. What do you think, guys? Well, then our strategy is to mess it up. Yeah, you can try, but it will not be so easy task. Mladen is here, John Chair is here, so let's say hi and welcome all of you guys. So it's very nice for me to be able to stream for you guys. I hope that the streams are quite good for you. When then our strategy is to mess it up. Yep. Hey, how many to start? Let's say around 10 games. Now we have 6 candidates here, so we'll wait for a few more. If you want, you can go for the live stream. So I stream now for more than a month, and I like to stream because I have a lot of fun, and I see that you guys told me that you learned something, so it's kind of the win-win situation. Okay, let's see here. And your favorite defense? So my favorite defense versus the one e4 is the Sicilian. My main repertoire is based on the Sveshnikov Sicilian that even Magnus Carlsen use it for now, and I make for one great learning chess website 2 books. So it's basically based on the repertoire which I use in my own games, versus 1 e4 and versus 1 d4. So you can find below my Twitch channel both of the books, but if you guys like, I can try to share you here also. So I make for now 2 books. I now trying to create the third one. So the third one will be based on the white repertoire which I use. So it's kind of the mix between d4, d5, knight f3, d4, knight f3, or even d4 and bishop f4, or even bishop g5 that you see in the games that I play, even in the last simul. So I like to miss, but I like to get kind of positions where we have very clear scenarios and where things are going in the one direction. Why I say that? Because, you know, anyone who start dealing with the chess or who start learning the chess, I think should go in a very straightforward direction. So if you like, you should get very clear example how you want to build up your repertoire. And if you manage to get this repertoire very close and doesn't go into wide range of the variation, you should be able to get in very nice direction. Now the problems start if you try to create and build up very strong repertoire before you start to get through some main lines, and then if you go too much into the wide range of the variations that you will find, you will obviously be very potentially find yourself in a big problems. So as I mentioned, there should be kind of, you know, straightforward way of learning, which I mean is the best one, and if you manage to keep it simple, it should be a great thing that you can make, and probably this is the way how you should grow in the chess, you know, from the beginning. Then when you get kind of idea how you want to play and where you want to find your yourself in chess, then probably you should go and start to be more creative, start to be someone who will, you know, push, who will find himself into wide ranges of openings, that will learn with every single line that you try, and so on and so on. So as I mentioned, the links are in below, so if someone wants to build up the repertoire like I make myself, you are pretty welcome to do that. So, hi to all. Welcome. If someone like can go to the live stream. You made the best videos for the Sicilian. Please continue to work, and the opening. Yeah, thank you very much, Mladen. I will for sure. So, as I mentioned, for now I will try to make the video and the opening repertoire based on my light pieces, my white pieces, of course. So we'll see from there how this will work. I think I played against you before. Yeah, Purito, I'm pretty sure that you are my online friend here on Lichess, so yep. We played before. So we have 14 players. Let's accept one. So Ariranya play regularly. Jim is here, is supporter on Lichess as I so, and we play a lot. So Dama Sosos 92 is here, which I don't see such a frequently. Here are all kind of BMN, Key and B. I don't know if you play before, so let's give a chance, for instance, for Damas Sosos, and let's see. Okay, we have 15 players, so I think that this is enough for now. Maybe just to play this one, and then we will make another one, and the guys who didn't go for this one, please, I will try to accept you in the next one. Now, before we start, as in the first simul, you can find the stream here. The best streamer in the world. Yeah, I'm sure that I'm not, but Frito, thank you very much. Zephyr Virus is also here. Okay, let's start. Reti Gambit, please to take him. Okay, if you ask me such a nicely, I'll accept even you. So, by the pozdrav. Let's start. Now we have 17 players, and I think this should be more than enough for me because I'm pretty old and I have kind of Hi Marco, hi Turkish, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have to be very, very precise. So let's start with the Sicilian and with the King's Indian. So, and I'll try to explain you basically what is all the way in this opening, something that you should go for and what you should know in order to be a better player here. Okay, before we'll run into some kind of the positions which are not as the positions after d4 and e4, so I will start to do something else. But if we find the spot to get into main kind of the lines, yeah, please. So now in the first game, the Mladen start to use the so-called London system, and I don't know where from Mladen is, but I know one very nice grandmaster from the Serbia who makes even the book about the London system. His name is Nikola Sedlak. He's fairly strong and play for the whole life this kind of London system. But okay, he managed to get a queen, the book, sorry, versus d4, d5, because if I play knight f6 and white goes for the bishop f4, I don't have to go for the d5 and have symmetrical pawn structure. I can start to be more creative and active, and this is kind of a way which I want to introduce you today. So I would like to get the g6, c5, the simul, the Sicilian, then knight f3, knight f6, so it's kind of the d4 line, knight f6. Again, yeah, I know that the London system is for now. Yeah, he is also from Serbia, so yeah, his countryman Nikola Sedlak is very solid, strong grandmaster, which is extremely good in those kind of London systems, and as I mentioned, he make very, very nice book on it. Here I would like to get, okay, Dama Sosos 92 is tricky here, so you will not find very frequently that someone will try to do something like this. Okay, today we have a lot of kind of videos, from instance, from the Simon Williams, which is also extremely good entertainer and the chess player who like to get those tricky lines. So white wants to trick me and doesn't allow me to get kind of the King's Indian because he will not run for c4. He would like to get the Pirc structure by getting e4. So I don't want him to get e4 there. Knight c3 again, as Adri tried. Ginger GM, yeah, that's right. He's very, very nice person and GM and extremely good entertainer. So, bishop b2, I don't want to lose my pawn on e5, so go for d6. Bishop goes to g7, pretty standard things. and this is kind of the close Sicilian, so let's go for the knight c6, let's go for g6, bishop d3, first castle, again close Sicilian, bishop b7, bishop b5. Now we have Richard Velitka here, which tried to play against me the so-called Jerusalem variation. It's kind of the variation which is played by the most great players today, like for instance Magnus Carlsen or Vishy Anand, who play this for a long time. He gets very nice results, and the white idea is very simple: to get a knight on c6, to double my pawns, to bring all of his pawns on the light squares, and then start to build up positional battle after that. In my book I run for the tricky line, which is queen c7, which serves me well. I managed to win in the last g6 like Magnus. No, I'll try to get my own plan. So I play, or I make the videos and the book for this anti-Rossolimo line, which is queen c7. And it serves me well. I even managed to be a very solid international master last year in our Croatian league, so let's try to go here as well for this. Knight c3 is again kind of the trick move order, which allows white to go for unfamiliar positions, or if I now go for knight f6, he can run for e5. So basically the best possible way and immediate equality is e5, but let's see how he will trick me after knight f6. g6, or if you don't go for g6 immediately, you can immediately go for bishop f5. Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go there with g6. Doesn't really matter, it's similar kind of structure. And here I would like to get my knight on f6. e3, knight f6, knight f3, bishop g7, c3 and d5. So again, my opening repertoire, which serves me extremely well. In the book, this is also the chapter that I use, so it's so-called Alpine variation, which is very important for black player. If you go for the Sicilian, you can try here knight f6 or d5. d5 is more aggressive way of playing. It's more kind of way of playing where you want to put more initiative if white allow you, for instance, that. So let's go for d5. Castle, knight f3, and it's clear that white doesn't get anywhere there. Let's go for bishop f5, let's go to bishop g7, and now bishop g7 again. Knight e2, and now with black you can try here many different setups. One is to get c5 immediately, then is to get d6 and c5, and then we have the setup like d6 and e5. Then we can go for d5, we can go for b6. I would like here to get first d6 and then start from there. Here I will go for the c5. Here I will eventually go for d5. e3, e6, h4, which looks like a very strong move, but my opinion is that it is not such a great one, because you know here now white has to castle on the queen side, and this means that he show his cards. So now I can start build up my plan. I can probably go for a c5 immediately. I can go for a6 first, which is my, I think, better move here, and then to go for c5, not allowing knight b5. I can go for knight c6, not here immediately because of the knight b5, but I can probably, probably go first for a bishop f5 and then start to see from there. I can wait for knight b5 and then go for the knight a6, but let's try a6 here. b3, why not c5 immediately, bishop e2, knight b7, e5, yeah. Let's see how he will out-trick me. Knight f6, d6, exchange on d5, doesn't have sense for me, but okay. Knight c6, queen takes on c6, and now d5. d3, why not to get d5 immediately. h3 looks like very good move. Now my idea will be very simple, to get c5 first. If he likes to check me, why not? Let's get a c6. I'll exchange there, bishop e2. Okay, now h5 is something potentially that he'll try, so I can go for h5, for h6, and after h5 to go for a g5. So there is kind of a wide range of a play for me. I can start, you know, to play even c5, I think, here, because if you go for h5, I can exchange on d4 and get the knight on c6 and then bishop on g4. But let's get first h5. e3, d6, and the main Sveshnikov line, which I extremely like. Castle and c6 is my favorite move here. White offers me a pawn. Let's see. What is white idea here? So he offers me a pawn. To be honest, I don't really remember this line, but I'm pretty sure that it's not so good for white. Bishop goes to d6 now. Exchange on d5. So let's get it with the queen. Knight c6. And now d5. So when I manage to get him in the position to the pawn on d4 and then potentially with the pawn on c4, now I would like to block this pawn and try to create some weaknesses in the center, because after c4, if I exchange on c4, he will have so-called pawns that will be without significant defense. One, he will hardly find a way how to defend the next one, and then I should go and try to get and squeeze something from them. Bishop goes to a4. Now this bishop, you can easily see, will be not the best possible piece, because he will hardly find a way how to get himself into the game. e4, c5. Castle, it's very popular and highly aggressive move, so white offers me a pawn, but for this pawn he will get a lot of a play, so I don't want to get him this kind of a potential. Let's take this one, and now of course I would like to get d5 immediately. Knight f3. Now I can get my bishop on g4, which will completely tight everything there on the queen side. Knight a6 will stop him from anything there. Now I can get, what is here his idea? Okay, Knight f6. So it's so-called the main Sveshnikov. Even Magnus used it regularly today. He used it against the Fabi in his match. So I would like to get this kind of the move even here. Knight d2. I'll try to castle here. Knight c3. And now the one idea which I use in many games and serves me well is to get the queen on a5 with the idea to get the queen on h5, bishop on h3, and create kind of the pressure on the white king side. So let's go for the idea. Knight goes on f3. Now I can play for a b6, or I can start to exchange on d4, get the knight on d5, and then push e5. Both of the moves are fine. Here I will try to get c takes on d4. Okay, castle e5 immediately. Okay, now I can get my queen on f5. c4 and now castle. Knight c3, e6 is pretty standard stuff. Queen b3. Now this is not the best way how white wants to play this, because you know it's just nothing there. d6 is the main line. Bishop e3. Now I can take this bishop whenever I like, so I'll wait for a while, but this should be my main idea, to get a bishop pair. Knight e5, and what this knight is doing there, I am again not sure. Let's go and start attacking the knight. Let's get this knight back. Let's get a queen on e7 to support those pawn break with e4. Let's get a knight on c6. Yep. Knight f6. Knight c3. d4. and now my idea is to get a knight on d5 to open this diagonal, get this bishop back, and then start the aggression with e5. So it's clear plan, which is great for black. You'll see. I'll just exchange this bishop, and bishop g5 is the main plan. a6, queen b3. Now you can see how this is not good. Okay, my knight now can get even b4 and then c5, or knight c7 is also very nice. I'll just take the bishop pair. Let's get knight with d7, d4, e4 of course, d3, knight on f6, e6, f4, okay, it's solid move but nothing more. Let's go for b5, c5, e5. I'll start to build up my attack. Even queen h5 here with the idea bishop h3 is possible. Knight gets out, fe, castle there. Now I have a bishop pair. It's a great position for me, of course. Bishop goes to d6 probably, or on e7, not sure. Let's get here. c4, but now c5, there is kind of a nice idea to open this diagonal. Yep, c5, rook e1, bishop goes to h3, bishop e7, bishop e3, c5, so I'll just try to squeeze him out, e5, queen c2, bishop h3. So I just want to build kind of the aggression there. Even here, this is possible, bishop e7, knight g1. Now you see this knight is very bad, so I will try to get my pieces closer to his king by getting the rook here, knight here, knight here. This bishop will open on this diagonal. This bishop is a great piece. The queen can join the meetings there on the king side, so we have kind of a really nice aggression on the king side. Queen e1, and now this is kind of the position which you really like if you are black and you like the aggression. First of all, because you get a position very easily with a bishop pair, which is kind of a great thing, because it's not easy to get the initiative with black pieces if white is precise. So, and if white make even the small mistakes like this, bishop e3 and then fe, you should go and take over the initiative. So now his idea is to start build up kind of a play by getting the queen on g3, then start attacking, for instance, the pawn, and then if you start to, you know, don't work on the pushing of those pawns but just trying to defend them, it can be very bad because this knight can join the party and so on and so on. The best way is straightforwardly, you know, to get the aggression there and start to build up the attack. a4 is here not the good move at all. Now I will completely squeeze him. I will get the control here in this game, bishop d7. Okay, queen g3. Now you see I go for f5, so I can go for the bishop f6. Now I completely get the control over this bishop. Queen c2, interesting move. Bishop e6, bishop d3, bishop g4. Let's start to attack the knight. And now c5. Let's get a knight on e4. c6, just to control the game. b5, knight d3, doesn't allow me to get c5 there, of course, is a solid move. Let's castle there. And he offers me a clear piece, so why not to take the piece? f5, okay, bishop goes to e7, knight e5, and we reach into my book the variation which I call the positional line. So what is white idea? White idea is, you know, to pin this knight on the diagonal, exchange the knight on f6, and stay with the knight on d5, which should be you know, positionally the best piece on the board. But for this knight on d5, black will get a bishop pair, and black will get potential aggression later on in the game. So even Magnus used this kind of alliance because, you know, black is just managed to get kind of the positional aggression, which is Very good, because if you can't really, you know, push the pawn on the king side like here, I can start to do some crazy things. If white, of course, allow me that, I can make potentially very solid position there. Okay, rook c8 is the move which I like here. Okay, queen takes on b7. Is this good for him? Okay, let's offer him another pawn. Queen d2, h6. So you see bishop f6, knight g5, my queen will go back. Castle on the long side looks like extremely offensive. Let's start with c5, b6 and c5. Okay, here I have a clear piece, so it's not really matter what I'm trying to do. I'm completely winning, so let's start exchanging of pieces. Bishop e3, let's go for a6, c5 is just the bad move. So if you play like here, white play, you should, and rabbit, if you really take a look at the stream, what you really wants to make is open the game in the center. Why? Because after c5 you completely close your counter chances on the queen side and offer me a clear aggression on your king side. So I'll just remove my bishop, and now you will have to do very hard to get anything there on the queen side. Okay, queen e2. Now I have knight d4 even immediately as or bishop d4. Both of the moves are fine. Let's get with the bishop on d4. h3, let's get the bishop out. a3 doesn't allow me to get my knight on b4, but now I can start jumping on d4, on f4, so I have pretty solid moves as well there. c3 is the positional line, bishop g5, and now e3. And now can I have his queen here? You will run out of time. I will do my best not to allow that. d3, a6, knight e4, knight g4, knight e5, knight e5. Okay, bishop g6, exchange on f4, a3. Let's get a king in the corner. Let's get a knight on d4. It's a great position for me, and let's start immediate progression there. Knight goes to e2. So knight f4 is a clear idea. It doesn't allow him that. Now I will try to open the game because I have a bishop pair. Knight goes back, as I mentioned, and I go for the h6, which is a great positional move. Let's start just to build up the position because I'm clearly winning here. I'll take, but first I want to control this one. So queen goes on f6, queen goes to e7. Both moves are fine. Bishop can take on e5. Let's just exchange all of the pieces there. Doesn't allow him anything there. Queen e7, okay. Exchange on d4. Let's castle. Rook d1. And now I have to find the idea. This is what is important here to find. So let's get the rooks on the best squares. So let's get the queen first on e7, bishop g4. Okay, but how this will help you, we'll see. Queen b2, f5, no, or knight d4 first. Let's go the knight on d4 first. Let's get knight f5 here. Or can I take on f3 with the bishop, and then knight f5, and then knight f6 back? No, Knight f5 first. Knight c3, knight e4. This is very important move. Now white is probably lost. Knight e5. Okay. Bishop goes to g6 to secure everything there. e5, e4 run into f4. Queen c7, of course. Knight e4. h6 to stop everything there. Knight g5, h6. Knight f3, knight c6, b3. Now I would like to get position aligned with bishop g5 because this bishop is, you see, the worst piece. So why not to exchange him and potentially open the h file. Queen on e1, so he doesn't find anything better than this. I will try to get as much pressure as I can there. I'll just take on c3, so he'll collapse immediately. b5 is again very nice offensive move. Now just take on d3. Let's go for d5. Let's go for rook d1, rook d8, sorry. Queen f3, just exchange on c3. When you have a piece like I have here, there is nothing to be worried about. Bishop c4, now I have e6, d6, a6, everything there is possible. It's a check. Just take this one. Yeah, rook b8 is my line here in the Sveshnikov. a6, bishop c8, rook c8. Let's castle there. B takes c3, so get the knight into the play. Knight d2, rook d8. Now I will start to open the game in the center and get some clear moves. Now, where this knight will go? Let's see. Okay, let's remove my queen. b6 to stop. Wow. Wow. And f6. And now you'll see, okay, ba4. Alpenpak is very, very strong player. I see that. Okay, knight b4, yeah, he's very strong. Obviously he knows how to attack there. Okay, knight f6, no. Can I take on d4? Yes, I can. Rook d1, bishop b7, it's okay. Knight b4. I'll start to, okay. I'll take a pawn there for sure, so there is nothing to be worried about for me. Okay, and now I will start to do, you know, kind of the clear pressure there. Let's start just to castle. Queen c1, a6, Queen c7. My lord will, I don't understand this sentence, but okay. Maybe it's better not to. Knight c6. I overlook next pawn. What for a guy this is? Paide is also extremely strong. Okay. Rook d8. Have to take. Knight d4, queen d1. Now let's start the offense on the king side. Bishop e3, rook b8, queen d3. And now, what is my idea? To get c5, g4. Queen d7. d6, queen f5, e6, right, d4, exchange on d4, queen f4, bishop e3. No, I overlook a clear pawn. I didn't spot that. Okay, rook e8, d6, knight, seven. Okay. Okay. I'll start to get the play on both of the flanks there. Here I would like to get rid of this bishop, but how to do that? Okay. I don't understand what this guy is trying to say, but maybe it's better not to. Knight c5 probably is a good move. g4. Okay. b6. Knight f6. Well, I don't understand how I managed to get him all of those options. Okay. I'll not exchange. So if you get kind of the position like this one, you don't want to exchange the light square bishops because this will just help white. So you want to remove the bishop back and then start to do from there. Okay. Here I would like to not exchange the knights, so let's start knight e6, f5, e5 for sure, queen a4, queen g5, let's get a queen into play, rook c8, we'll try to open the game there, and of course I will try to exchange on d4 to get the momentum for the position. Now I want to exchange once on e5, bishop c5, sure, rook b8, okay, queen a5, bishop d6. Where he will bring this knight? It's a very important question. And I don't see how he will get an escape with this knight. We'll see. Maybe he find the idea. Knight f3, a6, bishop b7, h5, h6, bishop e4 is always a move, so let's just start to build up there. Knight d4, I'll just take, queen d2, now I'll want to castle there on the queen side, and here I will try to get the knight closer on d6, so I'll be able to queen e5, c takes there, a4. Okay, let's start attacking those pawns. Rook d8. Okay. He offers me a pawn. Why not to take the pawn? This knight, I hope, I really hope that he'll not be able to get away with this one. So, and here I can, okay, it's positional sacrifice. So, and this is a very good one. But okay, let's get a queen on c5. Let's get the queen on a3. g5. Let's get those bishop and the pawns there. h4, open the game there. Let's get this knight. Knight goes to d2. Knight c7. Rook f7. Oh, what's that? What is that? See, he offers me a clear rook. So, and what if I now take the queen? Is there Rook f8. If I take the rook, I don't see what will happen there. Really. Let's see. '97. Okay. And now let's start to build up the attack on the h file. So, rook h3, rook h1. Try to get... Wow! What is this? Wow! Wow. Incredible, dude. Wow. Bishop f8, queen d6, rook d6. Wow. Rook f8, king g7. Okay, let's try. I don't have anything else, so I have to find. Maybe he's better. Yeah, probably he is. He's extremely good player, I saw. I see that, so let's start to defend our position. King f7, let's go back. What else? Okay. h4, h6. Takes on c5. Rook d8. No, I can't. I really should go for king g7 first. Okay, now let's start to exchange pieces by getting the knight on d7. Okay, let's get the... not allow him queen h5. Alpenpak is someone who really surprised me. He's so strong. I don't know. Wow. How the guys trick me. It's incredible. Very good. Okay. Okay, rook c8, rook takes on c8, e4. Wow. I just take everything. I don't really even try to think. It's good or it's bad. There is nothing else for me to, start doing there. g4, yep. f5, let's start open the game there. Rook d1. Now I have to get my knight into play. Queen d2. And let's start to close everything on the king side. Okay. Okay. And now I have to find a way. Let's start with knight e5. b4. Interesting move. Now I have to remove my knight. So where to put the knight? There. Knight g4. f6. Queen c1. Queen a2. Rook a7. g4. Knight has to go back. It's clear. g6 has to be made. Wow. Yep, we have fairly strong players here, to be honest. I really find difficult to make an easy life for me. knight c6. Let's try to take this pawn very, very fast, because I will have a lot of problems there. Rook h7, queen c2, queen a1, h3. Okay, now I will try to reroute my pieces back. So knight b6, bishop c6, knight d5 is the idea. Let's get the bishop back. I'm not using an engine, haha, but thanks for the compliment. Okay, I will never ever accuse someone to cheat, because I'm, first of all, not a cheater, so I always start to give my opponents chance to play. I will try to say anyone that is a cheater for sure. I'm from Zagreb, Croatia. f4. Okay. Okay. Great. Okay, bishop b4. Can I pick this pawn? Why not? Knight d2, bishop goes back. It's a check. Why I offered a chance to check me, I'm not sure. But okay. I can't really go here because he will checkmate me, so if rook d4, rook c4, I'll lose a rook, knight d4, I will lose. Yeah. Okay. 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 Wow! He offers me a piece here. No, there will be very hard to achieve a... Yeah, they guys really play fast, so I have to be very precise. Here my knight is hanging, so let's get my king on h7, b3, queen d3. It's a check, so I have to go back. f6. No, why I don't take on f4? d5. I have to hurry. Queen b3. Take on e3. Knight c5. Okay, it's a check. So king g7. Okay. Okay, let's exchange the queens now. It's time. Get the rook into a play. Let the queen there. Okay. Great. Rook f3, d4. Okay. Start to build up the play there. It's castle. Rook a5, bishop c6, e5. So you see, yeah. I'll just try to hold on there. Yeah, now I have 92, I suppose. I'll get the bishop there. Okay. Yeah, I should be winning there. Here he offers me... yeah, okay, I offer a draw. Here I would like to get this knight, so like this. And then let's go for this one. rook c2. Knight g4, knight d5. I'm completely out of time, so I play some weird moves. I'll try to get somewhere, but probably I'm just, you know, lose kind of. Yeah, and this guy is incredible. I really have to say, he's extremely strong. So I don't get a chance to do anything there, so I'm pretty much dead. a4. Will I manage to get somewhere? I can't really believe Reti Gambit. Okay, very nice game. Yeah, I'll lose on time probably. Most of those games. Wow. I have just not enough time to play all of those games, so I would be lost at some point. Okay. 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 Oh, here I have a lot of the material, but I'm don't getting anywhere, I believe, because I'm way behind in okay, 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 rook f8. You know, I pick up a lot of the material, but I'm not really able to get anywhere to be concrete. Yeah, I'm not right in time, so I'm lost. have to get all of those equal positions if I can, because I'm really not in time to play for all of them. So it looks like very, very funny, but it is how it is. I'm easily winning in all of them, but it means that I'm not really in time, so I'm probably just losing everything there. But okay. Will I manage to do something? Okay, it's a draw, it's a check. Okay. Okay. I should be winning there. Okay. 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 Let's get a queen there. I'm losing there. I'm completely lost. Why not to get a piece? It's always nice. Checkmate. Hmm. Okay. Okay, it's check. Okay. 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 I'll resign this one. I don't have anything to go for. I accept a draw there. Have to, you know, when you have so less time in every single game that you play, you have to start thinking about the draws at some point. Here, let's get him a check. Okay. 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 Very bad here. Start to do something. It's a check. It's a rook c2, king e7, rook d6, check, rook g8, rook b2, knight e7. I'll just take this one. Okay. Check. Okay, here. Okay. Okay. So I'm winning in those games, but you know, you never knows what will happen there. So probably, yeah, Alpenpack is extremely strong, so I don't have anything there to go for. I have to try to get something there. King e6, bishop d5. Now I'm thinking that I have domination there, b2, so everything is fine here. Rook d7 should be fine. It's here not a checkmate, no. Wow. I have to make a draw. Okay. Okay, king g7, rook takes here, knight takes here, rook h8, check, check, I'm winning, I'm making a draw, knight d4, this is just a winning, and I have enough time now, so I have pretty much enough time, you know, just to close everything, to get a draw there. Under this time control is miracle. Yeah, I do my best. So just to get fun there. There is no problem. Bishop f7, rook h2. Now let's get a knight on c6, and then on e4. Here, how to win this one? Like this. It's a draw. Like this. Okay. 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 Chess. Check. It's a draw. It's a check. It gets back. Take this one. It's a draw. Knight takes on d4. This is a check. This should be a checkmate. He didn't spot that. It's a check again. I'll take on h6. I have few pawns, so I should be completely winning. I'll take this one. Yeah. It's 5 versus 3 and 2 knights versus a rook, so it should be a very, very easy win for me. There I have 4 minutes, so yeah, I get maybe too much games as well as in some of other streams, but yeah. Next time you can have more time than your opponents, like you have 20 minutes and the opponent has 13 minutes, but no problem, it's okay. No, I always start and try to do my best, so what happens, it happens. It's because of that, it's just the fun, so because of that I like this kind of simul. Yeah, I could try. Yeah, here white should resign, but okay, he do not want to do that, but okay. He thinks that he'll manage to do something with the rook, but it's not so, and I can easily, you know, just defend everything because 2 knights are really strong, and now I can just start pushing the pawns, so it's very easy win here, and it's kind of the resignable position for white. Well, you won. Yeah, I won, but it's on the edge. For a point or two, maybe it's not the best that I can do. But okay, I try to do my best. So yeah, we'll be over here, and then we'll start to do one more, but on a lower time control and a little bit less of a board, because I think that oh, something went wrong here. We are back in a stream. Damasosos, please just resign here, and we can go into the to another one. Rook c7, okay, just king d5, just, you know, to push all of those pawns. Andrew, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many people are you playing at the same time? So 8, 12, around 17, 18, somewhere in between. Just try to get the pawns as quickly as possible and finish this one. So okay, very fair for the Damasosos, and we all make kind of results 8-4-4, 9-4-4, which is not a great one, but you know, I do all the best that I can. So, do you guys have any kind of the questions? I'll try to get the one more very quickly. So let's get and create the simul and host a new one with okay, let's go for the 10-minute plus 5-second increment, and host extra time doesn't really something that I should go for. I will pick up the black again and host a new one, but only with the 4 people, because I think it's more than enough. Get more time, please. Okay, let's start then to get simul and host a new one with 20 minutes and 10 seconds increment, and start for the 4th table with black pieces. Is this okay? Jim T is here, and hi friend, so I accept you. Dimitrulas is here, Elia Rees, hi to all guys. Sorry, but I try not to be fair, and I will always try to accept you. You are very nice and kind guy. I mean, it's for you good, you don't have to struggle that much. Yeah, thank you. We'll try. Who didn't play here? Adri, I don't know if you play, so Heinz, I would like to play with you. I don't... Oh, Dario kills me, so I will try to escape from him. Ekrem is here, so... John Clare is here. Yeah, sure, friend, why not? For all of you guys who didn't see, I make live streams. You can find it there. Thank you, Elias. And if someone is not there and wasn't, you know, follow me, you can follow me, and to know which kind of a time I will stream, you will get a notification, and so on and so on. So please, if anyone likes, can get to the live stream. Hi Nefer. Okay, I'll try one more. So who didn't play from here? Evgeny, I'm pretty sure. And then, okay, let's accept him and let's start. It's okay for the last one, so to get kind of 6 players should be enough. So let's stick to the main plan which we have in the games before. Let's go for the King's Indian and for the Sicilian. And again, Evgeny chose to go for this kind of the London system, which we discussed before. So you see, kind of theory is very growing, and you always get into kind of a position to face the similar or even the same openings when you play even the kind of the simul or something that is close to that, or the regular games, the blitz games, and so on and so on. Okay, knight c3, knight f6, c5, g6, so you see, and here as well. So we have kind of a, you know, tendency for the people that they try really to go for the London system. And here one interesting that happens even in the simul before. So white is here very tricky, and the setup that white choose here is kind of the setup which doesn't allow black to play for the king's Indian. And what is here important is that if you start and castle here, you can face e4, and then there is no more king's Indian. You will get into the Pirk kind of setup, which is not something that I ordinarily like, and I'll get for a d5 here. e3, d6, bishop e5. What is here? Okay, let's go for knight e4. Hi to Gerga. Gerga is a great guy. He's my club colleague. I think it's now in Germany. Okay, queen d2, and I would like to get knight e4 or c5. Both of the moves are fine. Let's go for knight e4 immediately. Bishop goes to g7. Bishop c4, e6. Let's exchange there. Bishop goes to a4. Castle. c5. Castle. And let's start with, I can go for c5, for e5, for both of the ideas, so both of the moves are fine. Let's go for c5 in this game because white didn't manage to castle yet. Bishop e7. Let's exchange on d4. Bishop d3, and again the kind of the setup which, you know, is very popular these days. So the idea is again very simple: to go for c5, to exchange on d4, get a knight on c6, go for the knight e5 and then e5. So it's very clear and straightforward plan which offers black, I think, almost immediate equality. Let's castle here, and here of course I would like to exchange there. Let's go for the a6 here. And bishop h6, is this something that I should be afraid of? Let's get this one. Very weird kind of the setup for white. Take here, I can go for queen v6 probably, there is nothing wrong with this move, why not? Knight c6, so the idea is pretty much the same as I mentioned, and again we have both of those pawns there on d4, c4, so let's go for d5, and now I will just take a pawn on d4 and attack the knight, so I'm pretty much very fast there. I'm not afraid of anything there. And here, as I mentioned, so first of all I exchange there, then go for the knight e5, open this long diagonal, knight c6. So yeah, I'll try to get as much pressure as I can on those both of the pawns, and e5 as in the game before. So very straightforward, and for me very nice plan there. Let's try to get maybe the knight. Why not? If white offers me c3, bishop e7, attack the pawn on e4, bishop g4. So now my idea can be to get a bishop on g4, to try to pin this knight and get kind of the control over the d4 square. Can be very efficient, but for now my knight is still on f6, so this pawn is not under immediate attack. The next thing is to get a bishop on f5 and knight on e4. But again, this pawn can be weak. So let's stick to this first plan that I like. Dear Tiki Kardash, hi. Knight to d2. Start to defend the pawn. Rook b1, castle. Let's get this bishop. Let's get the pawn there. I can get my knight out. I can start, you know, to put those queen back. But I'm still like this kind of control over this knight. So let's stay in touch with this structure and go for that move. Here I can go for d5 because, you know, white is just not in time to create concrete defense in the center. He somehow offers me a chance to strike before I think I should, so it's okay. Here, this kind of the move looks very, very weird. Okay. a3. And if I take now this one and that one and everything there, he'll take on b7. Okay. Now I will take. Yeah, but you know, now I'll go back, I'll get a queen on e5 for instance, and will be very, very bad for him. Take on d5, take on d5, queen e3. Rook d7. Let's take on c4. Let's get a queen there. No. Can I take this one, then go here and take on c5? Probably I can. Now the bishop is hanging. Okay. It's a check. I'll exchange the rooks. Yeah, white resigned, so it's okay. Queen on c2. Yeah, it's, you know, my bishop is slightly better than his one on b2, but the pawn structure is about the same. So he has two pawns, I have one. If I manage to exchange one of the pawns, it means that he'll stay with the other one. That can be very tricky for him. So this pawn can be weak at some point, but you know, also both of those pawns, if he managed to take this pawn from me, can be good for him. So queen a4, because of that, should be the move that he should go for. Now I will not allow that and go for the queen a5 myself. Here, queen a5 now attacks the knight and the bishop, so bishop goes to e7, it's right on time. I don't know, here it's very tough situation, so I'm not in time to castle yet. Okay, I'll try to do this in the next move, but for now I'm still not able to castle, so if he managed to open the game somehow, can be weak for me. But I don't see the point, and I don't see how he will or should react here in this scenario, so it's probably something that will be very, very easily closed by me. So if he put d4, I can go for a c4, c4 will just run into d4, yeah, as I mentioned, so I'll manage to castle, and now it's pretty much fine. Yeah, rook e1, but now I can get a knight on c6. And now c5. And this is not the move that I like. So, why don't like? Because now this bishop is on the dark squares, all of those pawns are on the dark squares, and now when I put the knight on f5, this should be very bad for him. So let's go here. Check. Take a bishop. Yep. Okay. I'm just trying to get my knight there. Okay. Yeah, this guy is very, very strong. So now if I take this one, he has bishop on b4, and I can't really go rook e8 because the bishop is there. So you see, he completely tricked me, and I will lose the exchange here. Very strong guy, John Clare 17. Okay, now bishop c3 will run into queen a6, queen c4, knight d5. So it's kind of the idea that I have even before. Bishop e3. Okay, now I will put my rook on e file. I will resign here. I don't want to play any further. It's a great guy, completely outplay me. Okay, here I would like to get the rook on d file with the idea to get the knight on d5, as I mentioned before. Jim T is a great guy and very strong opponent also. You see, I'm just leading for a score for 1 point, and it wasn't easy task. Never ever. Adri, why you don't play? I don't understand. d4 will run into c4 as I mentioned. Rook b8, rook b1, sorry, and knight d5, which is my main idea. So I want to put the pressure on those pawns and then start to get the action there. So there is one object for my pieces, there is the other, and this bishop is very, very bad piece. So I will try to combine all of those ideas for myself. Let's start to get clear edge on the queen side. Let's get even b4, b3 if I will be able. Knight a3 doesn't look like a good option. g3, okay, now let's get the rook on d8, now the pawn on d4 is hanging. What is here? Heinz TV start sharing with us some kind of friends simul. Thank you. Knight goes to d2, let's go for a b4 as I mentioned, so let's start to occupy the queen side. bc, if he takes, I'll take the light square bishop and then reroute my piece to f5 and then start from there, creating kind of a position with a bishop pair. Should be good for me. Also, I would like to get a b file here. He will have a problem on the queen side for sure. Now bishop b1 is the only move there, and I will start to reroute my bishop there. I can also start attack this pawn on a4, which is kind of a very passive one, and it can be very easy target for my pieces, but I will not try to go only for this pawn. I would like, you know, not to allow white any kind of the play on the king side first. a5. Now he offers me a pawn, but he'll try to tie me up somehow, I'm thinking about. Because if I take on d4, he'll take with the bishop, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, rook get the b8, king g7, queen c3, e5. Not sure. I can't really go for the queen c4 is my favorite move here, but we'll just run into rook b4, so I don't think I should go for the move. The next thing is that I'm trying to get something with rook d4, as I mentioned, then king g7, rook b8. Okay, let's try to take a pawn. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Why not to exchange this bishop? This is the best white piece and the worst black piece that is on the table. So bishop b1 should be there. Okay. I don't know if he see or he didn't spot, but okay, but now I can go for queen c4. And rook b8 will run into king g7. He should go for rook b8 first and then king g7, then queen c3, because then queen c4 I think should be a bad idea. But even though this was possible, so maybe he wants to just take this guy. So take, e5, rook a4. Yeah, not really sure. He's not in time, I think. I'll stay with the pawn or even two pawns up in the rook endgame. So should be better for me. Adri still doesn't want to play, so yeah. Okay. He has to take this one on a7. And then I'll go for a6, e6 of course, then rook a5, and then bring my king there. So yeah, I think that he's not there. Okay. Yeah, this pawn, you know, should be at some point strength for white, but I will easily cover my king behind those four pawns there. So my idea is just to get some space on the king side, get a king even maybe on e5, so it should be fine for me. Knight g3, bishop goes to f8, just to free the game there. Now I have here many different things to go for. I will first try to cut off the king from the third rank. If he goes for king d2, I can even check him and take at some point maybe on f2, because a7 then rook a2 will just be in time to get the control over those a pawns. So I'm not afraid of this pawn. Okay. I like this move. Now if I can bring my pawn to e4, but even though I'm not sure. Okay, this is the best chance that he has probably. But okay, let's stay in game and let's see what will happen. I'll start advancing, you know, slowly. Now it's always matter of time probably, but 4 on 3 should be at some point equal. But because of h4, h5 and f3 can be a weakness, I still have a chance, so we'll see. Okay. Okay. Why he offers me a piece, I'm not sure. Maybe he has something to his mind. But I don't think so. I think that black is just winning here. Okay. Okay guys, if someone didn't follow me, please just click and stay in touch. Okay. Now I can't really go for... yeah, but is this now... King g4. King e4, we'll run into rook b4, let's get here. Yeah, it's just a draw, I think. I don't see the reason or the option for black to continue here, because white is just in one piece, so all three pawns are really connected, very nicely defended, so I have to just exchange the pawns to get anywhere near to start queening the one pawn. So I don't know, maybe only if I stay with okay, but now let's check. I'm not sure. Maybe he gives me a vital tempi now. Yep, I like now the position that I have. So let's check him. Okay. Yeah, now it's not clear because yeah, now it looks like that's the only way of playing. Now I'll try to, but how to improve now? Okay, like this. Now let's start exchanging. And let's stay with 2 against 1 and then see what will happen there. Maybe it's something, maybe it's not, but pretty sure that white will be able to hold on somehow. Colin de Genie, thank you very much for following. If there is anyone else who like to, stay in touch, please just click on the follow button and we'll stay in touch. Yeah, but Jim, you have to take on h4. I don't see any other move, because if you go for king g2, I'll just go for h3, and if you take, I'll take on f2. I'm not sure. Is this a good move? Let's see. I'm not sure. I really have to say that I'm kind of skeptical here. Now if he takes, I'll take on f2, and you know, the e-pawn is just the runner. And if he doesn't take, I'll just go h2, h1 is a queen, or I'll just, you know, close something on the third rank, just creating incredible pressure on the f2 pawn. So he should be very, very fast here. And I think that now we have a clear problems there. Yeah. Now White has a problem, and he resigned. Yeah. Thank you, Jim. You play fairly strong until you make this kind of a slow blunder in the end game. But nevertheless, guy, Janice1717, thank you again very much. Yeah, Jim, you make a blunder there, but never mind. It was fun, I hope. I hope that you guys enjoy this stream as well. If, as I mentioned many times, managed to not click on the follow button, please click now, stay in touch, get a schedule that I will try to prepare from now on. And if someone wants to subscribe, also please just it will be more than a pleasure if you manage to subscribe on my channel. So as I mentioned, I'm now running for the channel for about a month and a half. I get a clear you know, fun there. I hope that you guys also like my streams, and I hope that you will be with me next time. I was thinking about to make the next stream today and then tomorrow, or for sure on a Friday, so I'll try to get this in my schedule for all of you guys to follow me and to see when this will be. So have a nice evening and take care until the next time. Goodbye.